everyone, my name is Snow. I'm your host today. So I heard there is a flea market today. What's going on here? Follow me and let's take a look.
People to donate any items that they wish to. Our goal is both for reducing, recycling, and repurposing all sorts of items so that they're not going into the landfill.
That's great.
And also we have some 200 volunteers. Not all of them belong to the church. Many of them are just our community neighbors, or just across the street, for instance, or other people that just like to have some fellowship. And that's one of the greatest things, that we work in teams. And many of these people just enjoy meeting other people and volunteering their time to help others.
That's amazing.
All funds that proceeds go down to different charities, for everything from the downtown east side to projects in Africa, to our youth here in West Vancouver, to drug programs and rehab programs, and just people in need in general. Or they do other things with them. And they price them just like what we've done here, is a variety of things. We will put a price tag on them, and then over a 7-day period, we set the whole area up in 7 days.
Wow.
And then we take down on the same day we do, and then items that are still left over. There's a variety of places. So some people, for instance, today, next Saturday, some of the books will be going to a project from in Africa for Books for Africa. So we have some help from an international school. Their students come to volunteer with us.
Wow.
And they have a project, and their goal is 1,000 books going to Africa.
This is so great. And how did you get connected to different charities?
Well, the Vaudeville School is simply because their students for the last 3 years have helped us. And young people who are strong is very necessary for helping to move things from where we have them stored and upstairs, and moving the furniture into different places. So their help has been invaluable. And just through chance that we contacted them to see whether they could help. And they have a class on Saturdays on volunteering. And that is the time that they came, they decided this would be one of the projects that they would do. So they've been with us for about 3 seasons. And then when this project came up about Books for Africa, that we decided, yes, they could take as many of the books that they could handle that could go to them. Other projects is more Lionsgate Hospital Thrift Shop will come, and they'll select some things that they think might help a lot. And Lionsgate Hospital is our local hospital on the North Shore. And other places would be Diabetes Canada. They'll be coming to take some of the donations, and Big Brothers will be coming. And also we have a little thrift store. The West Vancouver Senior Centre has a thrift store, and they come to select a few things too, and that helps our...
So Annie, you're the head of the women's clothing.
That's right.
Yeah, and you're responsible for all these amazing,
Yes.
beautiful pieces.
Yes.
And one thing I found it particularly interesting is this piece. Would you mind sharing me the story about this one?
Right, so often we get vintage pieces, and so we always put them on the mannequins to show them off, and try and sort of sell them as an evening gown or something. A lot of the vintage pieces are evening wear, and it sort of ties in with our anniversary. We have a 100-year anniversary coming up of the church, so we're trying to showcase all our vintage pieces right now.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And What's the story behind it? Who donated this piece?
I don't know. Sometimes we do get little notes attached. We have a beaver coat that has a note attached as to who donated it and when they got it, grandmother or whatever. This one came donated and we don't know. So sometimes we don't know. We have beautiful wedding gowns. We don't know where they came from. And
It's a mystery then.
Yes.
So whoever will purchase this will have a mystery story.
They
with
can
them.
make their own stories up. That's
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So this whole room is just dedicated to sweaters and blouses. We have also 2 racks of scarves in here. We have scarves throughout the department that coordinate with.
And I see the decorations are very interesting. Did you do this yourself?
No, so this is used for the children's church on a Sunday. When the parents are downstairs in the congregation, the children come up here and they make all sorts of interesting things.
Oh, made by children.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, it takes more than a day to polish all this because there's a lot here. And quite a bit of it is sterling silver too, so we have to separate the sterling from the silver plate. Yeah.
It's a lot of work, I could tell.
Yes, and not to mention all the beautiful linens that get washed and ironed every year also. Tablecloths and napkins, serviettes, and lovely tray cloths and just beautiful things.
And do you mind sharing a story about any particular piece that you like, or anything that would, give you?
Let me find the little. Where's that little match striper?
Now we're going to take a look at one particular piece.
This is a little box that actually belonged to my uncle, who would have been over 110 years old, and
Over 110 years.
he collected beautiful things, and I don't know the story of this, but it's just a very unusual little box that we decided to pass on to the church, and hopefully somebody will enjoy it in the future.
I'm sure somebody will enjoy it. Wow, with 100 years of history.
Yes, yeah.
All in this little one box.
Indeed.
And Millie, do you want
Yes.
to share your story?
This beautiful little jar here. Now, it was made in Ireland. It's Waterford crystal, which the world knows Waterford crystal.
And we know that Millie is from...
I happen to come
home
from
of
Ireland,
Ireland.
so I love these. It wasn't one of mine, but it's for marmalade. These came in from one of our church members, and they're very heavy, and they're for vegetables on your table for Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas, any special dinner.
Serving dishes.
And they're serving dishes. And how old would you say they are?
Oh, probably 75 years old.
Yes, I would say.
could vouch for that, it's mine.
Yes, okay.
Oh, really? Diane?
It's from my grandmother.
Oh my
Wow.
word. Well, then you should tell the story. You should tell the story. One has a broken part here, but they're very old.
How old is this one?
I don't know. You can tell us.
Yeah, if someone knows in our audience, please let us know.
Exactly. Let us know how old this is, and from what part of China does that come?
So now we've seen the specialty department. So each piece has an incredible history, an incredible story behind it. So why don't you come out and take a look for yourself and then see what you can get in this beautiful, beautiful display.
Well, unless you're a very small guy, well, no, you're not that small. These are the same size. These are the size that you can use. Okay, are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay. So that is your length that you buy. Okay. You now hold the golf club this way.
因为呢，我比较矮，然后呢，买这个高尔夫球 set 一定要买适合我身高的。然后这边很多是男士用的，所以他在帮我挑女士用的高尔夫球杆。Oh, I love how you package those.
Well, somebody thought they were eggs. We don't sell eggs.
Yeah, when I come here, it's like, oh, there's a fresh market going on.
So that's that. And you need some teas. Leave that there for a minute. Let's see where this goes here. I think. I'm not sure, but I think it goes. There.
You're so welcome.
We've got a lot of clubs in here. There we go.
Now I have a full set.
You have a full set. You've got golf balls. You've got tees.
今天就是记录我花钱如流水的日子。
I hope I have no.
Oh, I do.
You got 15?
Oh, actually.
Yeah, I told my wife, my grandchildren, and my daughter.
I will buy you a nice dinner.
No.
Market is actually originated in French, marché aux puces. 那我们这个跳蚤市场其实是源自于法语 marché aux puces， 翻译过来呢就是跳蚤市场的意思。